A flash of light, a terrifying entity, and a West Virginia town forever changed. It was September 12, 1952. The air in Flatwoods, West Virginia, was thick with the late summer humidity, carrying the scent of pine and impending night. But this evening, a different kind of scent would fill the air, and a different kind of terror would descend upon a group of unsuspecting locals. The story begins with brothers Edward and Fred May and their friend Tommy Heyer playing football near the local school. As dusk settled, they saw it, a brilliant, pulsing light streaking across the sky, eventually seeming to crash down on a nearby hill. Panic and curiosity warred within them. They ran home, breathlessly recounting their sighting to Edward and Fred's mother, Kathleen May. A responsible mother, she was initially skeptical, but the boys' genuine fear was palpable. Kathleen, a local beautician and a woman not easily rattled, decided they needed to investigate. Armed with a flashlight, she gathered the boys, along with Neil Nunley, Jean Lemon, and the May family dog, a curious bulldog named Ronnie. They set off towards the ridge. The air grew colder as they ascended the hill. A strange, acrid mist began to cling to the trees, burning their eyes and nostrils. It smelled like sulfur, or perhaps a metallic, burning gas, a smell unlike anything they'd ever encountered. Then, through the fog, Jean Lemon spotted two small, glowing red lights. They were stationary, unwavering, and seemed to belong to something enormous. He aimed his flashlight, and what it revealed would haunt them for the rest of their lives. Standing beneath a large oak tree was a towering figure, at least 10 feet tall. Its head was spade-shaped, with a pointed top, and it seemed to glow from within. Its body was dark, but a pleated, skirt-like structure was visible below its head. More terrifying still, it had no discernible arms or legs, or at least none that were visible. It seemed to float above the ground, its presence radiating an intense, palpable fear that seized every single witness. The creature hissed, a sound described as a sharp, piercing noise. The smell intensified, making their eyes water and their throats burn. The dog, Ronnie, began to bark furiously, then retreated, whimpering, a sight that only added to their terror. Kathleen May, despite her fear, managed to regain some composure. She grabbed the children, pulling them away from the horrifying sight. They stumbled back down the hill, their lungs burning, their minds reeling. Back in town, they immediately reported their encounter to Sheriff Robert Carr and Deputy Burnell Long. The officials investigated the site, discovering the same acrid, burning smell and a strange, oily residue on the ground. The story quickly spread, picking up traction in local newspapers and eventually national media. People flocked to Flatwoods, drawn by the incredible tale. The creature became known as the Flatwoods Monster or the Braxton County Monster. Skeptics, of course, offered explanations. Some suggested the object in the sky was a meteor, and the creature an owl perched on a tree branch, its eyes reflecting the flashlight beam, mistaking its wings for a skirt. The acrid smell was attributed to the gas from the meteor. Others proposed the figure was merely a local resident, perhaps a trapper, whose silhouette was distorted by the fog and fear. But the witnesses, particularly Kathleen May, vehemently denied these explanations. They were clear-headed people, not prone to flights of fancy, and what they saw was undeniably, terrifyingly real to them. Many of the witnesses suffered physical symptoms for days afterward: nausea, vomiting, and irritated throats. These symptoms were consistent with exposure to a chemical agent or intense psychological stress. The Flatwoods Monster remains one of the most compelling and baffling encounters in UFO and cryptozoological history. Was it an extraterrestrial visitor, a misidentified animal, or a collective hallucination born of fear and suggestion? Even today, the tale persists, a chilling reminder of a night when something truly inexplicable descended upon a quiet West Virginia town, leaving behind a legacy of fear and unanswered questions. The mystery endures, inviting us to ponder the vastness of the unknown and perhaps what truly lurks just beyond the veil of our understanding. Explore another chilling tale of the unexplained by clicking the video on your screen now.